Now that was a great first episode of an anime if I ever saw one. I was expecting something special from this anime after all the great things I have heard about Little Witch Academia from reviews of the theatrical shorts. I have got to tell you, for a first episode, this was better than I expected. Once we get to meet our three main characters, I couldn't help but laugh my ass off. Okay, I have got to admit I have never seen any of the Little Witch Academia shorts before. I have heard stories about the two shorts, but I never actually got around to seeing them. After watching this, however, I have gotten extremely curious about the short films. Now, the show itself seems to revolve around a normal, everyday girl named Akko who becomes inspired to become a witch after watching a magic show by a particularly powerful witch named Shiny Chariot. Sounds like a My Little Pony character. Thus, she becomes interested in enrolling in a particularly prestigious magic school called Luna Nova. I wonder if this school is a sister school of Hogwarts. Obviously, being a mudblood herself, the other students in her class make fun of her for the fact that she has no skills for magic at all, even something as basic as flying a broomstick. Problems plague her from the very first day. Her inability to ride a broom means she can't even get to school. But along the way, she meets what would be her fellow roommates, a somewhat nerdy girl named Lotte and a black magic practitioner named Susie. Now, if you have seen my top 10 anime pet peeves video, you should know that I really think shows like these are very overdone. However, I gotta admit, the whole Kids at Magic School plot actually does differentiate itself from a whole lot of other shows of this type. At least here, it makes sense. From what I have seen so far, the show stays away from any forced romantic subplots. Instead, the focal relationship, as established in this episode, is the adorable friendship between Akko, Lotte, and Susie. It also happens to fit well within the context of the show. Simply put, this anime actually tries to be its own thing and not another typical Harry Potter clone, despite a few similarities. Another issue with anime like this is even if you take the high school kids in a magical fantasy setting cliche out of the way, the problem with shows set in fantasy worlds is that they spoon-feed facts about the world they built with boring narration and exposition. Thankfully, Little Witch Academia goes to great lengths to avoid that. The show wastes no time in introducing us to our main protagonist and her soon-to-be friends, and it gets the overall plot of the show moving fairly quickly. I really enjoy what really seems like a fresh, unexplored territory in this anime. Overall, Little Witch Academia is shaping to be one of the best of the season. With endearing animation, lovable characters, and an engaging plot, it promises to bring a good blend of comedy, drama, and action. If the show manages to keep the momentum of the show moving and build upon its characters and its lore, this could very easily become one of the best this year. But since 2017 just started, we are going to have to wait and see what else this year has to give us before I can make that decision. But as of right now, I give Little Witch Academia 8 points for initial interest. Until next time, this is the American Anime Otaku signing out. Like what you see? Then please help support the show by contributing to my Patreon page for special perks, exclusive content, and more.